It turns out there is a connection between brain health and gut health. We're going to talk about fecal microbial transfer. This is a procedure in which bacteria from a healthy gut are transferred into an unhealthy gut, ostensibly to replace the microbiome there and make it healthier, which I have titled A Tale of Two Shitties. FMT is good for like a healthy gut, but does it actually do something for your brain? What they wanted to do was to see if changing the gut microbiome of different mice could affect their brain chemistry and behavior. They took two different strains of mice, one called BALB-C and another called Swiss Webster. BALB-C mice are a little bit more anxious, Swiss Webster are a little bit less anxious. And there are a lot of different reasons that behavioral difference could be there, but I actually like to think that it's because BALB-C were originally derived in New York and Swiss Webster come from Switzerland, so they're like hanging out in a chalet or shit. To measure the effects of the microbiome on this anxiety phenotype, what they did is actually swap the gut microbes from one strain of mouse to another. So they gave the Swiss mice the BALB-C microbiota, and they actually saw that when they swapped them, the behavior swapped too. So they made the Swiss mice more anxious by giving them BALB-C microbes, and they made the BALB-C less anxious by giving them Swiss microbes. So another really good example is a study in rats by Kelly and colleagues. And what they did is they made germ-free rats by giving them a shit ton of antibiotics to disrupt their gut microbiome. And then they found either healthy, non-depressed donors or people with depression, and they took a stool sample from those volunteers and they transferred them into their rats. So what they actually saw is that these features of depression from people could actually be transmissible through their gut microbiomes. I wanted to leave you with maybe a moral of the story and maybe another book title. If you give a mouse a dookie, you might learn something about the brain.